and welcome to the Friday free-for-all edition of the Nightly Nooch. Did I tell you, Ted, I had a buddy one time write a song called Free for All?
You know, what a great concept. Never before have I turned on you. You look so good to me. Your beady eyes, they could cut me in two. I just can't let you be. It's a free-for-all, I heard it said, and you can bet your life. The stakes are high, and so am I. It's in the air tonight. What a great lick. By the way, I have this beautiful custom guitar. I don't know, but what a rhythm. What a lick. Are you kidding me? Anyhow, I'm having a free-for-all every day. Have you noticed that no matter how stupid the world gets, the Ted Nugent Rhythm and Blues Motor City Rock and Roll soundtrack will cleanse the soul?
You know, on the topic of music, Ted, one of the greatest living and maybe of all time singer-songwriters, the great Sir Paul McCartney, he was on his way over to Israel some time back. And he was concerned about, the treachery that may go on over there. And I heard that another musician offered to become his personal bodyguard. Is there any truth to that rumor? And who made that offer?
Well, number one, let's clarify how I adore Paul McCartney. I love Paul McCartney. My only message to Paul McCartney, even in Detroit, after he attacked me viciously, he claimed I was a non-talented, zero musical idea dirtbag because I was a coward for murdering innocent animals. Whatever. The point is, my response to Paul McCartney's attack on me was the guy on the radio said, well, what would you like to say to Paul after he attacked you like that? Thank you, Paul. Thank you for your work ethic and honing these incredible gifts that God gave you and providing a soundtrack that has enriched the world and set a new bar for soulfulness, groove, adventure, and sonic bombast. One of the greatest musicians, one of the greatest musical forces, one of the most amazing bass players and vocalists. Paul McCartney is a force of nature. How he does it on tofu is going to be one of the greatest mysteries of mankind. But when I heard he was going into the voodoo Allah danger zone, I tried to get a hold of old Paul, but I think he has a no meat zone. And if you have the stench of backstrap, as I do, it's effervescent. It's beautiful. It's like you can stand within 10 feet of me and lick your chops and you will get some protein out of the deal. The point is, I think Paul had built up a wall against the perfection of predatorship that I have almost perfected. And I offered to be his bodyguard because I don't know if you've noticed, Keith, but on a 24/7, 365, 74, I'm cocked, locked, and ready to rock the Glock around the clock, Doc. Who better is qualified, equipped, prepared, and dedicated to protect this musical wizardry of Paul McCartney than your favorite guitar player from the Motown Funk Brothers own, Uncle Ted? But he turned me down. I don't know why. Same reason I think he turned down truck drivers who eat hot dogs. But whatever, Paul, all I can say is thank you for enriching my life with some of the greatest music ever heard in the history of the human experiment.
You know what, Ted, I want to give you credit because, you have been vilified in a lot of circles in the entertainment world. Not because of your craft, not because of how great you are on the guitar or the music that you've written that people can hum the bars just thinking about it. But your politics has kept you out of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Everyone knows that, both sides of the aisle. It's kept you from events and other things, cost you tens of millions of dollars. Yet every time I bring up somebody on the other side of the political spectrum, whether I think we talked about Joni Mitchell and we talked about Stephen Stills and we've talked about Ozzy and we've talked about Sir Paul, you are always very honestly complimentary of their music and their entertainment and their art when none of those would reciprocate that back to you? I mean, I find it ironic, but I find it refreshing as well.
It's ironic and rather refreshing, is it not? That's because I'm a humble man. I know my music is outrageous, so I know the power of my music. But my politics are truth, logic, and common sense. And not my truth, not my logic, not my individual common sense, but self-evident truth. My politics are defined in the Constitution of the United States of America, the Bill of Rights, the Ten Commandments, the Golden Rule, the Declaration of Independence, the Emancipation Proclamation, all these self-evident truth pillars of freedom, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. And if someone, and I've always been against substance abuse, and I've been ridiculed because I won't get high with these people, whatever. I just don't care. For example, one of the most substance abusing musical heroes in the world is Keith Richards. I adore Keith Richards. I love Keith Richards. I've spent time with Keith Richards. I just wish we could have had a conversation. So I stand for positive energy, spirit, independence, open-mindedness, and I would condemn a lot of their positive. For example, Neil Young recently, he's got a song called Keep On Rockin' in the Free World, but he wanted to censor Joe Rogan. Neil, you have to pick one. You can't do both. You can't censor people and then claim you support rockin' in the free world. And again, Neil Young, thank you for your musical gifts. And incredibly talented guy. Not my favorite music, but it's favorite music to millions of people. And so I salute and applaud that. So I'm not looking for a pissing match. I'm not looking for a debate or an argument. If they want to, I'm here. But I just adore people for their talents, their work ethic, and their gifts.
Awesome. Well, you know what? Tomorrow, Ted, I want to talk about just hunting, and makes me think of one of the songs that I listen to of yours all the time. I just want to go hunting. See you tomorrow, Ted, on the weekend edition of the Nightly Nooch.
I just want to go hunting. Makes me feel so good.